Hi everyone. Okay, so I I forgot to bring the collection that I used, and then I thought, well, let me go get it, and then I thought, oh my god, I don't want to go get it because quite honestly, it's chaos. Our house is chaos, and so going and go get it stirs up trouble. And I didn't want trouble right now. I'm like, oh gosh, to go find it and everything else. And I'm like, no. But I believe it is either going to be Echo Park, Simple Stories. Yeah, so it's one of those. And I'm pretty sure I used a mixture of collections too. So either way, it's a Disney one. And I'm pretty sure it's a Say Cheese, but I just, yeah. Sorry guys, I just didn't bring it originally. No, I didn't bring it originally with me. And yeah, going to get it now. It's just like, whoa, it's a landmine, and I don't want the landmine. I don't want to step on anything. So, as you can tell, it's, you know, it's going, but it's, whew, yeah, it is a lot of work having 4 babies. I don't recommend if you're not home full-time, then I don't recommend it because they need full-time care. They are crazy. They're crazy. So, yeah. And that's why, okay, so let me get to why okay. In 2 months, you guys, in 2 months, we have made up for not going on vacations, not doing anything, right? And I was telling my family, I'm like, oh my goodness, because we just got back from the last cruise, Disney cruise. We just got back Friday, and it has been a whirlwind ever since. And so today I finally have me time, and me time is great time. So I need me time, and I was peeling yesterday, a little bit yesterday, which I was so happy about. And I'm just like, okay, this feels good again. Now, I finished the layout, but it's not, this is my favorite layout of the year. The layout I just did is kind of plain. I love it, but it's plain. And I don't know, yeah, it'll probably be a really quick video. This one's going to probably be a longer video. This is the girls' day that we had at Disneyland this year. And so much fun. And so, yeah. So we'll just get to this one for now. But yeah, it has been crazy. We were home for the week when we got back from the last cruise, and it almost sounds like we're rich, but honestly we're not. It's just, and it's actually kind of funny because we, like I said, we paid for our 3 Disney cruises back in 2019. And we paid for them, you know, throughout the year. And that way we can get to the platinum status of Disney Cruise. And get, you know, we wanted platinum because you only get like 2 perks that we really wanted. And the 2 perks were you get to book ahead of everybody else, 120 days ahead of everybody else. When you have like... when you go to Castaway Key, oh my goodness, I can speak. You can get cabanas. Well, most of the, you know, when you're gold or below, the chances of you getting the cabana are really low. I actually did it one year where I got them both the 2 times we went, and it was so much fun that we love the cabana because we're very private people. And Tim and I, and we just want to read and relax and not worry about anything. And, you know, we have, and you know how much I don't like the sun. It takes a lot for me not to, you know, cringe every time I think about it. But the Bahamas are pretty much the only place that I'll go and be in the sun all day and not worry about it. But I do like that break of a nap and everything else. And it just feels weird, you know, napping and when you got people, and then you got people next to you talking, and you know, and it's just, some people are not that adultish, I guess you can say, because like when you go to hotels, you never, I hate this ride, but we love going on it together, the Splash Mountain. When you go to hotels, you know what I hate most is that when you're just relaxing, you know, we've had a long day, long drive, whatever, and you're in your room and you're relaxing and you're kind of dozing in and out. And then you have people who are like having full-blown conversations in the hallway or next to your door, or they let their kids run and scream. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe it's 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever. And people feel like, you know, like they're on a, where they're like, the sky is awake, so I am awake, and everybody else should be too. And it's like, you know, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be so rude and, you know, just make it all about you. And that is one of the things about cruising that kind of sucks a little, is that people in general just either let their kids run around and they're talking and they're laughing and they're having a good time. Yes, great. But then they're running, and it's like, you do know that we're on a ship, and all those little footsteps are massive in your room below. And it's just, you know, it's just a little pet peeve of mine that I have, because, you know, I raised my kids to not, to be respectful of other people in the building, you know. And so you don't interrupt adults when they're talking, you know, that kind of thing. And that's, you know, I'm an 80s, you know, girl. I was born in the 70s, so is my husband. So we're in that era of be respectful and stuff. And you just don't get that anymore. It's very rare. I will tell you, it's very rare. We did have a little boy hold the door open for us. And believe me, we were shocked. So, but my husband praised him, and he got this little twinkle in his eye and this smile that was just so cute. But yeah, I mean, you're more shocked than it is standard now. And back in the day when we were kids, you held the door open for people, you know, and that's what you did. But now people shut the door in my face so much now that I'm like, okay. And when I had a priest shut the door in my face at 7-Eleven, and I was like, alrighty then. I was like, all right, we're good. So yeah, so it's just weird how just times have changed, and it's just, you know, I'm like, okay. But anyway, so just that whole disrespectful, you know, not caring about other people, you know, and it's just that just stinks. Even when Tim and I were, even to this day, we still whisper, like we're coming out of the elevator and we're like, let's go left. You know, we're like really, like literally whispering, because it's just, you know, that's how we grew up, and that's how we taught our kids. And so to not have that happen anymore is just so sad. But yeah, it's just one of those peeves that I have. And, you know, we all have something, right? And that one was mine. And that happened a lot. But I'll tell you what, it happened more in Royal than it did Disney. Royal was horrible, and that was pretty funny. But yeah, our neighbor next to us in their room, they were like flat out screaming, and they were like, "Daddy, pick me up!" And it was just like, holy crud, aren't you standing next to each other? And I'm like, holy crud, it's just weird, you guys. I'll tell you what, this world is weird. And I am so glad that I am not. Okay, let me tell you a funny story. Because I am someone who's instinctive. I have a really bad temper. And I am an instinctive kind of person. I don't think about things when I do them. And I just do them, you know. And I'm like, it just what, you know, it is what it is kind of thing. And we were on the airplane coming home, and we were waiting to get to deplane. Is that a word? To deplane. And this little boy in front of me, him and his mother were together, and he gets up on the seat and is looking at me. I mean, we could have bumped heads. He was over the seat on mine, and he was looking, and then I was sideways because we're ready to get up, you know, to go to deplane. I like that word. So, and well, he gets the latch for the table tray, and he opens it, and it slams down on my arm. And quite honestly, my fibro is really, I have a flare up right now going on because I've been having to eat regular food, and it's taking a toll on me. So it startled me, for one, because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't watching what he was doing. And so it startled me, and I was like, no. And because the parents in me, that's my mom, the parents in me is disciplining, you know, and I'm like, and so she's like, oh my gosh, Andy, what did you do? And then he buries his head in her, and then she starts babying him, and then he starts to cry. So Tim is looking at me like, what did you, I'm like, oh my God, it's because she babied him. He started to cry because he was embarrassed. And so then all you hear is her being all like, oh, it's okay, you're okay. And it was just like, oh my gosh, if you had just disciplined your child and said to sit down and behave until you're ready to get off the plane, this wouldn't have happened. But no, he was next to you, you were next, she was in the middle, and so she clearly saw that he was standing up and hovering over the seat but didn't do anything about it. And so honestly guys, all I said was no. But I said it in a voice that was a mother disciplining her child. No. And so, oh my gosh, you guys, but she never said anything to me, and she just kept babying him, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is why our world is so weird right now, because disciplining is just, everyone wants to reason. And it's just funny because, you know, if you're older like me, then you know what I'm talking about, right? You totally know. And there's no like reasoning. There's just parenting. That's what we did when we were raising our kids, and what happened to us. We were parented and not spoken to like, well, you know, you really need to do this. Well, we can't have that because we have this to do. And it was like, no, you can't have it. Done. Boom, you're good. So that, you know, so just Tim and I go out on these cruises, and, you know, Disney Cruise, of course, is family oriented, and it's just funny to see all this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I could not be a parent now because I'd probably go to jail. So, because, yeah, just, yeah, wow. But anyway, so that was... that ended up happening, but Tim and I had a great time. It was amazing, and it was just nice to be out. But I'll tell you what, in the last 2 months, we have made up for not going anywhere this whole year, and it's just been a whirlwind. And now we're done for the year. So now we just have Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So Cheyenne's gonna have Thanksgiving at her house. We're having a Christmas party here. And so that's going to be really fun. Okay, so let me talk to you about this picture, because this picture makes me laugh so hard. And I have to have it I had to have it in this layout because it was so freaking funny. So we always stick my mom in front because she's the shortest. And then Cheyenne is always in the middle because I bury my head in her back, in her, you know, in her hair, wherever. I bury myself because I hate this ride so much. It's Splash Mountain, and because it takes your breath away, and it's so scary. And I'm older, and it sucks. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just horrible, right? And so let me see, will that work better? And then but I was like, you know, you're just screaming the whole ride. We're just screaming because Cheyenne and I, because Cheyenne hates it too, but we love it together as a girl group. And so we're going on this ride, and we get to the first bump, and I'm like, so I grabbed Cheyenne, and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to break her ribs because, you know, I'm like triple her size, and I can feel her ribs. And so I feel like I'm going to hurt her. So I'm like, nope. So as we're going down, I went and I grabbed her non-existent boobs. So that was her, and that was because that's the only thing that pokes out of her. And so everything else is like rib bone, and I feel like, well, I'm gonna snap her in two. So there's my mom. She's like, we got soaked, you guys. We were soaked. But Cheyenne, and we're looking at the picture, she goes, I didn't even feel you doing that, Mom. And I was like, these came out of me, so I'm holding them. So I'm like, we're good. So, and she's like, I didn't even feel you. And I'm like, I'm holding on for dear life. And I'm like, how did she not feel that? I have no clue. But when I posted online on Facebook, everyone's like, oh my God, poor Cheyenne. And I'm like, I'm like, I know, right? So we laughed, you guys. We laughed, and we had such a great time. But we ended up hurting my mom because my mom sees, my mom, when someone you love always does everything, does everything gung-ho, moves furniture, puts up decorations on her house, all that stuff. And then the minute that they get older, they can't do that anymore, but they still try. And we forget that my mom is not a spring chicken. And my mom is, oh gosh, how old is my mom? My mom is 68. So, yeah, I think she's 68. And something like that. She was born in 53. There we go. So whatever that age is. So she was born in 1953. And so, we pushed her, and we didn't realize that we were pushing her, and that she, because my mom's overweight right now because, she takes care of my brother and stuff. And so, and then she's only 4'10", and she has a 3 to 4 inch foot. So her foot is like literally this big, and she wears kids shoes, and she's got these massive boobs that are natural, but you get a little bit bigger when you gain so much weight, right? And so she's got little feet, big boobs, and she's got some girth on her right now. And we ended up pushing her all day. We didn't stop, and then her ankle started hurting, and so then we had to get her a wheelchair. And so we were pushing her, well, Cheyenne was pushing her everywhere, and we were like, we're so sorry. but we went in the handicap line, or not handicap, but the it's not a handicap. It's well, I mean, I guess maybe it's kind of, but she ended up hurting her ankle really badly, you guys, because she has a pin in it when she broke it playing softball back when I was a kid, and they put metal in your body back in the day. They used to. So she has like a 1980s pin. Metal pin in her leg, and I guess it's been snapping in and out or something like that. So yeah, so her one ankle was really bad, and then because she favors it, the other ankle is weak, and so she ended up so her ankles ended up hurting her so much, and so we got her a wheelchair, and we felt so bad. But she lasted like 5 hours just walking solidly, and so it was really cool. But we, Cheyenne and I forgot that she isn't a spring chicken, and that, we needed to take a little bit more, time and care, and we didn't, because my mom is such a trooper, and we just forgot, that she can't. And so, and then with my new energy that I have, I didn't falter at all, and so I didn't think about it, and yeah. So, sorry, Mom. Sorry, Momsies. But she got all better, and when she got home, she rested, and then, yeah, they did x-rays and everything else on it. That's how bad it was. She did x-rays and took care of it that way. So that was good. I put this on here. I don't know why. Because I'm just talking to you, I guess. So, because this layout is so fun. My mom loves Yoda. My mom loves Baby Yoda like the most. And so, I'm not sure if you watch my floss tube, but if you watch this latest one I have, number 10, then you'll see what I'm making her. So go check it out over there. Even if it's just for a minute. You can fast forward, I think, to the end. Near the end. That way you can see what I'm making. But I think she's going to love it. It's for Christmas. So it'll be a Christmas gift. If I can get it done. I'm, not pushing myself too much. But, I don't know if I'll get it done in time. Let's just say that. But her birthday is in March. So yes. So if it's not December, it'll be a gift for March. So I can get it done by then, that's for sure. This is us arriving there. So yeah. And then I'm going to go with my mom in January. We have a quilt convention called The Road to California, and ever since we started quilting like 15 years ago, we have never gone, and it's been, in Ontario forever, right? And we've never gone. But this year I told my mom, okay, we're going, Mom. I said, we're going. She goes, okay. And then we were debating, do we want to drive? Do we want to fly? Because it's about a 5.5 hour drive. And honestly, you guys, it would just be me and her. And I wasn't comfortable driving because I can barely see anymore, you know. I need my glasses, and then I get tired because then I get road weary. And so I said, you know what, let's fly. I said, let's just do it. So we're flying to Ontario, which is only like 45-minute flight, and that will work for us. So we're gonna do that instead. And the airport's an hour away from where I live. It's longer for her, but we'll meet my dad. My dad will pick her up near me, so that will work out too. But yeah, so we are going to go do that together. So I'm going to try, but we're going for 2 days. So that way, because with this Disneyland trip, we only went for 1 day. And yeah, we went for the day and then left the next day. And we were honestly there, you guys, for like, I think we got there 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning. Whatever time it opened is when, which I think is like 8 and 8 or 8:30. And then we started playing, and we didn't go back to the hotel till about 10 at night. So that's, we never went back to the hotel until that time. And then we just passed out and then woke up really early and then drove home. So luckily Cheyenne, you know, was with us and stuff because she did most of the driving. I can only drive for a little bit. But yeah, so it was a really, really good day. A really good day this day. And so fun. So unbelievably fun. And that's what I was saying, this layout came together so quickly for me. It really did. It was just so quick. Because, you know, you have all the, you know, the stuff for the layout, you know, all the Disney stuff. And it's nice when I do better when I have a collection than I do without one. And don't worry, I did take pictures. I took pictures with the girls, and I did all that, but I'm choosing not to show those, you know. And when Tim and I have been going on the cruises, and I've been doing pictures. I'll just say for this last year, I have been taking pictures with my family. But I'm just not showing anybody them. But they're for our eyes only, you know. And like I said, I'm not happy with my weight. I don't like seeing myself in pictures. And so it makes me sad, and it makes me depressed and disappointed in myself and everything else. So I choose not to face that reality. And so that's all. It's just my hang up. And but everybody knows, and everybody's okay with that. But since I've been taking pictures and not showing anybody, it works out that I'm doing them. So I have been taking pictures. Tim and I did a few selfies, and we sent them to Cheyenne, and she loved them, and so that was cool. And I did take pictures with the girls, and so I'm doing my part, you guys. I listen to everybody, and I'm doing it, but yeah, just not putting them in my PL. But I have plenty of them now, so they're good. Anyways, I love this layout. This layout is so fun. And it's kind of funny because the next one is not boring, but it's kind of like not this embellished. And so it's kind of, to me, in the boring realm. But I'm just like, it's okay, you know. I had fun. Anyways, I had fun and I loved it. And yeah, I'm okay. But it's just, after doing this one, you're like, oh, okay. I need to put a little bit more oomph into it. Oops, I put it upside down. Oh well. Or I put it backwards. But I covered it. Oh, so maybe it was fine. No, it was fine. Yeah. Okay. So, I love it. This one. But yeah, anyways, what else was I telling you guys? So all about this day. This one was so fun, you guys. Oh my gosh. I wish we could do it again. But, you know, it's hard. But, yeah, I was telling you we're going to go to Road to California. That's in January. Oh, did you guys? I signed up for the Bella Boulevard. I know I had a horrible time at Simple Stories. But I'm hoping, I love Wisconsin. And what is that? Oh, I know what that is. Oh, I see. Okay. That goes here. And, I signed up for the Bella Boulevard retreat in Wisconsin. And that is going to happen October. So I'm hoping one of my friends is saying that she's probably going to sign up, so that would be cool. But my husband is going to go this time, and then because I love the people of Wisconsin, I do, and I love that area, and my husband's going to go this time, and I'm hoping that the Green Bay Packers, which is our favorite team, will have a home game, and we'll do, you know, 2 birds. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So if you guys are in that area, sign up for it. It's if they're going to do payments, you do a deposit of $100, and the payments are going to be I don't know how they're going to break up the payments, but it's like 400 and I think it's less, like 400 and change. And that was a great, you know, great price, because that's just the going rate, you know. So, and at least I would not pay that much money for a virtual. And I know a lot of companies are doing virtual and charging $500, and I'm like, no way, I'll pay $500 if, you know, it's in person. But paying virtual, I'm like, man, there's no fun in virtual. Personal opinion, okay? So, but I don't think there is. For me, there is no fun in that. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pay that much. And I know that they were doing that for a couple of years. But now that you can have in person, I'm like, just bring that back. People can go if they want, and if they don't want, they don't have to. I'm all about, you know, you do you. So if you know, you do you. But I don't know what they're gonna do. But Bella is actually, and I love, you know, Doodlebug's my favorite. Then you have Bella, and then you have, I love Bella, and then I love Echo Park. I love, well, I love all of it, honestly. But yeah, the favorite companies are Simple Stories. So yeah, I'm just like, I can't wait. If Doodlebug had one, you guys, I would flip out. I would totally flip out. Because that would be like goals right there. That really would be. I'm like, yes, please. So, oh gosh, you guys, I would love to have a Doodlebug retreat. So, that would be amazing. But if you guys are in Wisconsin, I don't know where we're going, and there's not too much information, and it's a whole year away, so it's not like, you know, I need to rush or anything and figure it out. There's still time. I love this little story. Let me say thank you to Serenity in Him and Barbara Haish. Thank you for leaving me comments. I appreciate it. So, appreciate it a lot. It's going to be a long video, but I knew it was kind of going to be because there's so many embellishments. And I miss you guys. I miss talking to you. So, and let me tell you guys that Matt's family is treating Cheyenne really nicely again. And she's loving it. And she's appreciating it. And she is grateful because it went back to the way they used to be. And yeah, which I am thankful for too. There was just no reason to treat her so awfully. And I know that's not a word, but that's okay. But, yeah, but they're treating her, they're going for hikes together and things like that. So that's really good. So I think you guys have helped a lot too with crossing your fingers and hoping for the best for her and stuff. And she's doing really well at the academy. She's loving it. They were shooting yesterday, and she's off next week for Thanksgiving week, kind of like when they were in school. So that's kind of cool. So she's like, "Where do you want to go, Mom?" And I'm like, "Let's go." And so I said, "Let's just go anywhere." So she's like, "Okay." So yeah, so we're gonna probably have a girls shopping day. And shopping day, I mean like go to Savers and the Goodwills. She loves that. So that's what we're probably gonna end up doing. But yeah, this is my, I love it. So, and it said first timer, but I didn't need that, you know, I didn't want that sentiment, so you just cover it up, you guys. That's all you have to do. Oh, this is week 22. I think we're on like week 46 or something. Maybe, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, half. I've only done half. Oh my gosh, you guys. But it's okay, right? We're in this together. You guys are with me, right? So I have week 23 done. I'm going to go work on 24. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me and being with me and just the supporting everything that I do. And yeah, have a good one. I will be back soon because I'm home now until January. All right, guys, take care. Love ya. Bye.